Hey YouTube, Joseph Fulmer here. Behind me I've got a 2008 Mercury Mountaineer. This has the 4.0 overhead cam, single overhead cam engine in it. And today I am going to be pulling the engine out of this Mountaineer to put a full timing set in. You guys have all seen, well, you may have seen my overview video. If not, go back and look through my channel. I do have a 4.0 liter overhead cam timing set overview. We're going to be doing a full timing set. I'm going to try and get as much of this on video as I can. Most of the work, like pulling the engine out, putting the engine back in, all that kind of good jazz, I'm just going to do as a time lapse. Because honestly, I don't have the time in this at this point to be able to go through every last little step of this job. But I am going to try and bring you a little bit more insight on the timing set itself. So stay tuned. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, put them in the comments section. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. You never know, it might help somebody out a little bit, or they may just enjoy it. Anyway, stay tuned. We're going to dive in. First thing I'm going to have to do, I'll get it set up on the lift, and I'm going to get underneath and get everything unbolted from underneath, get the coolant drain, get the oil drain, and just get the engine, basically everything underneath prepped and ready for it to come out. Get all my bell housing bolts out, get my engine mounts loose, and then I'll come up here to the top. Once everything's done underneath, I'll come up here to the top. Intake's going to have to come off. Hood's going to have to come off. If I pull the battery, I can move the AC compressor off, take it off, set it where the battery is, and I shouldn't have to pull the Freon out of the air conditioning system. So, like I said, I'm going to get the fluids drained, get it ready to come out, and then I'll get back up here on top and we'll start tearing it apart. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for the lapse of footage there. The camera, for some reason these batteries have been giving me trouble, and it's been on charger for days, and it just up and died. So I don't know how much I actually have footage of. Anyway, what I'm about to show you is why the engine has to come out to do this timing set. This plug right there, which I may have to get after it with a seal puller. You get a new one in the new timing set. That is where the bolt in the jack shaft sprocket is. That is where the tensioner bolt is located behind that one. Or actually, that's, I believe, one of the cassette bolts. These two are behind the bell housing. You can see the outline of where the bell housing sits. That's my top bell housing bolt. That's my other one. And that is why this engine has to come out to put a complete timing set in, because the rear timing cassette runs right in here, right over here, and there's no way to get to these with the engine in the truck or in the vehicle. So it's out. In order to get to the timing set, I'm going to have to pull the valve covers. I had to get the EGR out of the way. That thing was a pain in my butt. But the valve covers have to come off. I have to pull the plug out of the back. Water pump has to come off. And then there's the water pump here. Behind the water pump, you can see this timing cover. It has to come off. And I don't believe I have to pull the oil pan on this one. I think I just have to get this timing cover off, get the crank pulley off, because that's got to come. Oh! Well, hello. I guess I'm going to be ordering one of those, because you can see this. She's running off center. That crank pulley's done. And we've seen this problem. I've actually got another video on my channel. Oops, see that center hub there? See how loose that is? Let me turn my light on. Maybe get a better view here. There you go. See how that center hub is loose? That vibration damper is toast. So, I guess I'll be ordering one of them too. So, we'll get that off. And then we get this off, we get the water pump off, then we can pull the timing cover off. And we have access to all our timing components. There's a balance shaft that's right down here. And I'll cover all that a little bit later. But I'm going to set you up over here in my toolbox so I can keep you on charge. And then we'll get to work and get this sucker pulled apart.